Welcome back to Today we will learn about the explosive developments surrounding E.J. DiMera's shooting case and the shocking revelations that are about to rock Salem to its core during the week of August 11th to 15th, 2025. Bell Black's fierce confrontation ignites Salem's courtroom drama. The tension in Salem reaches a boiling point as Bell Black unleashes her fury upon E.J. DiMera with unprecedented intensity. This isn't just another legal disagreement. Bell's attack on E.J. comes with the full force of a woman who has reached her breaking point with the DiMera patriarch's manipulative tactics. The courtroom becomes a battleground where Bell's professional demeanor crumbles under the weight of her personal frustrations, leading to a confrontation that leaves witnesses stunned and E.J. visibly shaken. Following this explosive encounter, Bell finds herself in an unexpected role as a mentor to the younger generation. Her conversation with Tate Black and Holly Jonas takes on a deeply personal tone as she draws from her own painful romantic experiences. Bell's pessimistic outlook on love becomes a cautionary tale, warning the young couple about the treacherous waters of Salem relationships. Her advice carries the weight of someone who has witnessed too many hearts broken by the DiMera legacy, and she desperately hopes to spare Tate and Holly from repeating the same devastating mistakes that have plagued her own love life. The trial's devastating toll on Salem's residents, the ongoing legal proceedings have created an atmosphere of unprecedented stress throughout Salem, with Bell Black and Johnny DiMera finding themselves unlikely allies in their shared suffering. Their commiseration sessions reveal the human cost of this high-stakes trial, as two individuals from opposing sides discover common ground in their exhaustion and emotional turmoil. The weight of the case has transformed Johnny from a confident young man into someone questioning everything he thought he knew about justice and family loyalty. Meanwhile, the psychological pressure intensifies as family bonds are tested and longtime friendships hang in the balance. The trial has become more than just a legal proceeding. It's a crucible that's forcing every character to confront their deepest fears and hidden truths about loyalty, love, and the price of keeping secrets in a town where everyone's business eventually becomes public knowledge. E.J.'s hypnosis sessions reveal disturbing memory fragments. E.J. DiMera's second hypnosis session with Marlena Evans promises to unlock even more crucial details about the night he was shot. During his previous session, E.J.'s subconscious mind revealed fragments that have left both him and Marlena deeply troubled. The mysterious figure holding the gun remains faceless in his memories, but the emotional context of his recollections suggests a profound personal connection to his attacker. The 7 words that E.J. remembered, "Why don't you give that to me?" echo through the halls of Salem like a haunting refrain. These words, spoken with what witnesses describe as a mixture of concern and authority, suggest E.J. was addressing someone he cared about deeply. The gentle, almost parental tone of his plea indicates he wasn't confronting a hardened enemy, but rather someone vulnerable, someone young, someone who perhaps didn't fully understand the gravity of what they were doing. Rachel Black. The unlikely suspect in Salem's latest mystery, the evidence increasingly points toward Rachel Black as the person who pulled the trigger that fateful night. This shocking possibility has sent shockwaves through the Black and DiMera families, as everyone struggles to comprehend how such a young person could be involved in such a violent act. Rachel's own memory loss regarding the incident adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate case. The psychological implications of Rachel's potential involvement are staggering. Her mind appears to have blocked out the traumatic memories as a protective mechanism, leaving her unable to remember the events that could either save Johnny DiMera from prison or destroy her own future. The possibility that she acted in a moment of childish impulse or confusion makes the situation even more heartbreaking for all involved. Kristen DiMera's growing concern for her daughter's welfare has reached crisis levels, with Rachel throwing increasingly violent tantrums as the pressure mounts. These emotional outbursts may be her psyche's way of processing the buried trauma, or they could indicate that her suppressed memories are beginning to surface in ways that terrify even her mother. Marlena Evans faces an impossible ethical dilemma. Dr. Marlena Evans finds herself caught between her professional obligations and her personal relationships as she develops her theory about Rachel's involvement. Her conversations with Belle Black about her suspicions reveal the internal struggle of a therapist who may hold the key to solving Salem's most pressing mystery. The weight of potentially implicating a child in a violent crime conflicts with her duty to help Johnny DiMera prove his innocence. The subpoena that EJ serves to Marlena adds another dimension to her predicament. Being forced to testify in court about her patient sessions creates an ethical minefield that could have far-reaching consequences for her practice and her relationships throughout Salem. The doctor-patient confidentiality issues become even more complex when the patient is a child who may have committed a serious crime. EJ's courtroom tactics backfire spectacularly. EJ DiMera's reputation for playing dirty in legal proceedings reaches new heights as he continues his aggressive courtroom strategy. His willingness to cross ethical lines in pursuit of victory has already alienated many of his allies, but his treatment of Chanel Dupree DiMera becomes the final straw for his own son. When EJ's questioning of Chanel crosses into territory that Johnny considers unacceptable, the father-son relationship reaches its breaking point. The moment when Johnny DiMera fires his father as his attorney represents more than just a legal decision. It's a symbolic rejection of the DiMera way of doing business. This dramatic courtroom confrontation serves as a public declaration that Johnny refuses to win his freedom through the same ruthless methods that have defined his family for generations. The trial's shocking conclusion approaches as the week of August 11th to 15th unfolds. Salem prepares for the trial's climactic conclusion and the life-changing verdict that will determine Johnny's fate. The question of who will ultimately face prison time hangs over the community like a dark cloud, with multiple lives hanging in the balance. The possibility that Rachel Black might be revealed as the true shooter adds an element of tragedy that no one in Salem is prepared to handle. The courtroom drama intensifies as secrets threaten to explode into the open, relationships crumble under pressure, and one bombshell revelation promises to change everything the residents of Salem thought they knew about that fateful night. With Marlena's theory gaining credibility and EJ's memories becoming clearer, the stage is set for revelations that will reshape multiple families and leave lasting scars on everyone involved. The resolution of this case will not only determine Johnny DiMera's future, but will also force Salem to confront uncomfortable truths about justice, family loyalty, and the price of protecting those we love, even when they may have committed unforgivable acts. The dramatic saga of Nicole Walker Brady. Will she return to Salem? Dear readers, if you're a longtime fan of the beloved soap opera days of our lives, you know that the town of Salem is never short on twists, turns, and heart-wrenching drama. For over 5 decades, this show has kept us on the edge of our seats with stories of love, betrayal, family secrets, and unexpected comebacks. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about characters, Nicole Walker Brady. Played for many years by the talented Ariane Zucker, Nicole has been a fiery, complex woman who's captured our hearts through her ups and downs. But recent spoilers and behind-the-scenes news have left us wondering, is Nicole gone for good, or could she make a triumphant return to Salem? And if she does, might it be with a new face? Let's take our time to explore this intriguing possibility step by step. We'll look at Ariane Zucker's departure, the challenges of recasting such an iconic role, the ongoing troubles in Nicole's marriage to Eric Brady, and the recent terrifying kidnapping of her daughter, Holly Jonas. By the end, you might find yourself pondering who could step into Nicole's stylish shoes if a recast happens. Grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's unravel this soap opera mystery together. Ariane Zucker's heartbreaking exit from the show. First things first, we have to address the elephant in the room, Ariane Zucker's departure from Days of Our Lives. For those who might not remember every detail, Ariane has portrayed Nicole since 1998, with a few breaks here and there. She's brought to life a character who's equal parts scheming villainous and vulnerable mother, making Nicole one of the show's most unforgettable figures. But sadly, it seems her time on the Peacock streaming service's soap opera has come to a permanent end. Ariane herself has publicly stated that she has no plans to return. This decision didn't come out of nowhere. It was influenced by a lawsuit she filed related to her experiences on the set. Without going into the gritty details, after all, we're here to focus on the storylines, we can say that this legal matter has made her comeback all but impossible. It's a real shame for fans like us who have watched Nicole evolve from a troubled young woman to a devoted parent and wife. But here's where the drama gets even more interesting. Just because Ariane Zucker won't be back doesn't mean Nicole Walker Brady has to vanish from Salem forever. Soap operas are famous for their creative ways of keeping characters alive in the story, even when actors move on. Think about all the times we've seen recasts in other shows or even in Days of Our Lives itself. Characters like Bo Brady or Sammy Brady have been played by different actors over the years, and while it takes some getting used to, the stories continue to thrill us. Recasting isn't easy, especially for a role as layered as Nicole's. She's been on the show for so long that Ariane's portrayal feels like the definitive one. Fans are passionate. Oh, how we are! And we form strong attachments to the actors who bring our favorite characters to life. Introducing a new actress could stir up mixed feelings. Would she capture Nicole's sassy wit, her fierce loyalty to her loved ones, or that underlying sadness from her past heartbreaks? It's a tall order. Yet, time heals all wounds, even in the world of daytime television. Enough months have passed since Ariane's last appearance that viewers might be ready to embrace a fresh take on Nicole. The key is finding the perfect fit. Soap opera producers know this all too well. They've got to scout for talent who can match the character's energy while bringing something new to the table. Imagine the additions. Actresses reading lines from Nicole's most dramatic scenes, like her emotional confessions or her fiery arguments. It's complicated, but if done right, it could breathe new life into the storyline and keep us tuning in week after week. Eric Brady's return and the cracks in his marriage now. Let's shift our focus to Nicole's personal life on the show, which has been anything but smooth. A few months ago, Eric Brady, played by the ever-charming Greg Vaughn, made his way back to Salem after some time away. Eric, as you recall, is Nicole's husband, and their relationship has been a roller coaster of passion, misunderstandings, and second chances. But whispers from the spoilers suggest that all is not well in their Parisian paradise. When Eric returned, there were hints that his marriage to Nicole was hitting some rough patches. Reports from the show indicated that things in Paris weren't going as planned, but Eric clammed up about it, refusing to share details with his family or friends in Salem. Why bring up such a juicy plot point if it's not going to lead somewhere? It feels like the writers are setting the stage for a big resolution. Could this marital strife be the catalyst that brings Nicole back into the fold? Picture this: Eric, the former priest with a heart of gold, struggling with his feelings. He's always been the moral compass in many storylines, but even he can't escape the drama of Salem. If Nicole returns, whether played by Ariane or someone new, it could lead to explosive confrontations, tearful reconciliations, or even more heartbreak. We've seen Eric and Nicole, often called Ericole by fans, overcome so much. Lost loves, betrayals, and family feuds. Their story is one of enduring love, but right now it's hanging by a thread. Will they mend their differences, or is this the end of an era? The terrifying kidnapping of Holly Jonas. A mother's call to action? Speaking of family, no discussion of Nicole's potential return would be complete without talking about her daughter, Holly Jonas. Played by the young and talented Ashley Puzimis, Holly has grown up before our eyes on the show. She's navigated teenage angst, first loves, and now, a horrifying ordeal that has shaken Salem to its core. Recent Days of Our Lives spoilers have revealed a kidnapping plot that had us all holding our breath. Holly and her friend Ari Horton were snatched away in a scheme that's classic soap opera villainy, full of suspense, danger, and high-stakes rescues. Thankfully, the girls were saved by the brave actions of Tate Black and Detective Rafe Hernandez. But the trauma doesn't end with the rescue. Kidnappings like this leave scars, and for a young woman like Holly, it could change everything. In the aftermath, Holly made a surprising decision. She was accepted into the prestigious Sorbonne University in Paris, a dream opportunity for any ambitious student. Yet, She chose to stay closer to home and attend the more modest Salem University instead. On the surface, she claimed it was because of her budding romance with Tate Black. Young love can be powerful, can't it? But I can't help wondering if there's more to this choice. Could Holly be sensing trouble in her parents' marriage? Or is she subconsciously waiting for her mother to come back and provide the guidance she so desperately needs? Nicole has always been incredibly close to Holly. From the moment Holly was born, amidst all sorts of dramatic circumstances, Nicole has fought tooth and nail to protect her daughter. It doesn't add up that Holly would be in the dark about what's happening between Eric and Nicole. Even Holly herself admitted she didn't know what was going on with Eric Ole. This silence from Nicole is eerie, almost suspicious. After such a life-threatening event as the kidnapping, wouldn't any mother rush back to her child's side? The show has been strangely quiet about Nicole's whereabouts, but her name keeps popping up in conversations. It's like the writers are teasing us, building suspense for a grand entrance. Imagine the scene. Nicole bursting into Salem, her eyes filled with worry and determination, ready to wrap Holly in her arms. The kidnapping could be the perfect plot device to pull her back. Holly needs her mother now more than ever to help her process the fear, make sense of her choices, and navigate the complexities of growing up in a town full of secrets. Without Nicole, Holly's storyline feels incomplete, like a puzzle missing a key piece. Could Nicole be recast? Dreaming up the perfect fit, all this leads us to the big question. Will Nicole Walker Brady be recast? The mentions of her in recent episodes aren't accidental. They're breadcrumbs leading us towards something bigger. If the producers decide to bring her back with a new actress, it could open up a world of new storylines. Perhaps a refreshed Nicole could dive into fresh romances, uncover hidden family ties, or even clash with old enemies in unexpected ways. But who could possibly step into this role? It's fun to speculate, isn't it? We'd need someone with charisma, emotional depth, and that special spark that makes Nicole so captivating. Maybe an actress from another soap opera, like someone who's played strong-willed women in General Hospital or The Young and the Restless. Or perhaps a fresh face from primetime TV who could bring a modern twist. Whoever it is, she'd have to honor Ariane's legacy while making the character her own. Of course, recasting comes with risks. Fans might take time to warm up, and the chemistry with other actors, like Greg Vaughan's Eric or Ashley Puzimis's Holly, would need to click. But soap operas thrive on change. It's what keeps them exciting after all these years. Wrapping up the mystery, what do you think? As we wrap up this exploration of Nicole Walker Brady's uncertain future, one thing is clear. Days of Our Lives wouldn't be the same without her dramatic flair. Whether through a miraculous return or a bold recast, Nicole's story has the potential to deliver more thrills, tears, and surprises. Holly's kidnapping, Eric's marital woes, and the lingering questions about Nicole's absence all point to a comeback that's too juicy to ignore. What about you, dear reader? Do you think Nicole should be recast, and if so, who would you cast in the role? Share your thoughts with friends or in online fan groups. After all, discussing these plot twists is half the fun of watching soaps. Stay tuned to Days of Our Lives on Peacock, and let's see how this saga unfolds. In Salem, anything is possible.